If you have a product-based business and you've been hearing about PR, well, I'm going to do a video today just talking about where to get started, what PR actually is. You've probably seen or heard of gift guides, online articles, like the TikTok roundups, and you're probably thinking, how do I get my brand out there like that? In this video, I'm giving you a little crash course of PR for beginners, like a product brand edition. Hopefully, my little assistant, Aiden here, is going to be helpful during this video. And honestly, the way I want to break this down is to make it super simple, super easy, so that if you don't have a budget, if you don't have an agency, if you don't have a publicist, you can still get those features that you want for your brand. And if you're new here, my name is Bridget Sisco. I'm the co-founder of Visibility on Purpose. Here's my sidekick, Mr. Aiden. He's here for the video today. We help small business owners and product brands get featured in the media without hiring a publicist or having an agency. Right, little buddy? So if you're not subscribed to the channel, tell them to subscribe. Please subscribe so we can continue to make this type of content for you. So let's break it down. What is PR? So PR stands for public relations. It's not a press release. I've done many videos on press releases though, so feel free to click here so you can go learn more about what those are. It's all about the public's perception of your brand. And the way that we do that is through building brand visibility and brand credibility and brand trust on other people's platforms. So when you see a gift guide, when you see an interview, when you see like a brand collaboration, those are all forms of PR. Any kind of collaboration I really see as a great publicity opportunity. For product brands, PR can look like being featured in the latest gift guides. You'll probably see this around like holidays. So we have Mother's Day, we have Father's Day, we have, the 4th of July, we have Christmas, we have Halloween. There are usually gift guides around those times and around those events. And those gift guides are helpful for that platform's audience because they're actually showing, the population like what they could buy. And that's helpful during those times of the year. I have an entire video on a calendar, so you can learn more about that here. It can also look like product roundups in blogs or magazine, very similar concept. It can look like guest interviews on podcasts. It can look like morning TV shows like that Good Morning America dream goal that you might have. It can look like being quoted by a journalist, even an influencer in a news article. It might even look like an event, right? Where you're speaking at an event or even you're hosting an event. That's another example because you're usually hosting it at a place that's not yours. So you have that collaboration. The cool thing about all of this as a product brand is that you don't need to wait to be discovered. You don't need to have 100,000 subscribers. You don't need to have like all these followers. You don't need to have a big budget for it. I know a lot of startup product companies, like you don't have the biggest budget. We get it. We totally get it. So you can pitch yourself. You can basically introduce yourself to the media. Now I'm going to go over what you need before you start to pitch. And just a little while ago, I put out a video that was like 3 things you need for visibility before pitching. So go there for a little bit of a deeper dive. So before you start emailing editors, make sure that you have a couple of these things. A high quality product photo. If you have a new product, even if you haven't gotten professional headshots, like use your phone, white background, high resolution, high imagery, and make sure that it looks professional. And take a look at what other companies are doing. Like say you're in the candle space, for instance, go take a look at what other brands that are already on the scene, what are they doing? How do they take their photos? Kind of model what you are doing based off of them because we know that it works. We also want a short blurb about your product. This not only makes it like easy for you, but easy for that editor that you're going to be emailing so they can like copy and paste, put it in an article. They can really understand, do they want to talk about it? And don't just say like, we're a candle company. It's like, what makes that product super unique? Is it the ingredients that you use? Is the process? Is it the methodology? Is it where you source? Is it your marketing? Is it like eco-conscious? What is that differentiator and why is it special? What problem does your product solve? Maybe all the candles, and I actually feel this way. Candles are quite toxic these days, right? So if you go into Bath and Body Works, you're like hit with this like wall of like toxic fragrance. I don't want that anymore. So the problem that you're solving is maybe making something non-toxic. There's probably something out there. Comment if you know what it is. You also want to have your website and your Instagram clear and clean links, easy to shop on. You also, if you're a product company, probably want to get on an affiliate site. This is a really, really big part of having a product brand and doing PR for that brand is because the magazines also want to cut. So I have mentioned this in other videos. If you want a deeper dive of this, please comment and we will do a video specifically on product affiliate PR. We also want a headshot of you and a little bio about you as the founder, because you're not just pitching the product here, you're also pitching the story behind like why this exists. And even small brands have stories worth sharing. Now, when it comes to PR for your product brand, how do you find the right people to pitch? Because you're not going to be, I've joked, like you're not going to be sending this to the meteorologist. I highly recommend you don't do that, right? So how do you find those right people? And there is a little bit of research. So whether it's you doing this, whether it's a member of your team doing this, whether it's your virtual assistant doing this, really figuring out where places that have products like yours are already showing up. So you might search things like best gifts for new moms or eco-friendly candles. Check who wrote that article because that name is usually going to be the writer at that magazine, and that is someone that you'd be likely to reach out to. Their name might not be clickable depending on the magazine or the site that they're listed on. You can always check their Muckrack profile by typing in Muckrack on Google and their name just to see what they're writing about. And then you might want to use an extension like Rocket Reach to actually find their direct contact. You can also type in on Google, like Google their name and email and their outlet and see if you can find their email that way. Now, I have to do a little plug for our favorite tools. So I've done so many videos on this platform for platforms like Haro, which is back, everyone, Source of Sources, as well as Quoted. They are sites that connect media opportunities to you directly, and they usually are going to have that person for you to pitch directly. So that's going to be a great place, and you can go check out these videos here. Now, remember, you can totally pitch yourself. And this is exactly what we show you how to do inside the DIY PR course that we have. So if you want more information on that, you can just click the link below and it's going to walk you step by step by step with like templates of how to pitch, what to say, who to contact, the extensions that we use, the things that we say exactly to the writers to actually land that media coverage for your brand. And now, what do we actually say in our pitch? Again, I've done a video on that right here, but essentially we want to introduce our brand to this person and get it on their radar, right? We want to do this in a very timely fashion. So if they are, going to be writing a holiday roundup, you don't want to send it on like December 22nd. So we're putting this on their radar. It's like, hey, this is who I am. This is a little bit about the product. This is the differentiator. Like if you're writing a roundup on, this topic, this would be a good fit for it. You might even be sending samples to the writers. So just think about that, in your timeline, in your ability to ship product as well, because they're going to probably want to try it or you're going to want to send it to them, right? That's pretty cool. Just to recap here, PR is all about other people talking about your brand. You don't need a publicist to start. You do need a good product, a clear pitch, and really the courage to hit send. It's all about the outreach. And we like to remind you that at the end of the day, like the people that you're reaching out to are human too. You are human. So how would you talk about this to a friend or a person that you're like meeting at a local coffee shop? It's really the same kind of energy going into that. It's not like, hey, buy this thing from me, sell, sell, sell energy. It's, hey, I started this really cool thing. Like, do you want to get on board of the mission? And I love kind of stepping into that for you. And I think that that's really important. So as always, if you need help, DIY PR, we have an entire program on that. We've had product founders, we've had health practitioners, we've had lawyers go through that program with a lot of success. And there are so many videos on this channel that can help you get started. So please subscribe, like, comment, share these videos. We'd love to be able to keep doing this and reach more people. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.